Good day, everyone. Today for my dinner, I'm going to be making 3-bean chili. I have a nice pound of all-natural ground beef. You see, I have 36 ounces of ground beef. I'm going to be using half of the container of the regular pork sausage. So let's get my meat started up. First, I'm going to go ahead and marinate my green peppers, my red peppers, and my onions, and get that already cooked down so it won't be crunchy, and my chili. So let's get started and see how this turns out. Okay, let's get my meat and my pie here. No, I said I'm going to start with my onions and my red and green peppers. Okay, so I'm just going to add a teaspoon of butter, margarine, real butter rather. Excuse me guys, I just came from the grocery store. Okay, let's get that butter melted. Get my onion in. And I chopped up some onion, one onion real fine. Real finely sliced onion. You can add garlic, chop up your garlic cloves if you like. I forgot to get the garlic cloves because I thought I had some. So here's my chopped green pepper and my onion, and I have some red pepper. Half for each. I have half an onion, half a green pepper, and half of a red pepper. I'm just going to go ahead and partially cook that down so we won't have crunchy peppers and onions in my chili. Okay, so we'll just give that a minute and let that cook down some. We're just going to cook while it's with the meat as well. And once I add my meat, I'll go ahead and start to season. So my beans I'm going to be using the dark kidney beans. I'm going to use 1 can of that. And I'm going to use 1 can of black beans. And then I have some Southwest Zesty pinto beans I'm going to be adding. I'm going to be adding that into as well. So this is my 3-bean chili. Okay, so we get this, go ahead and get that cooked down about 2-3 minutes. Let's cook that down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open my sausage here. This is regular sage sausage. And I'm only going to use half of the container of that. Just to give my chili some bold flavor in the bite. Okay? Okay, so now that I have that cooked down partially, I'm just going to go ahead and add that half of sage sausage in there. Get that in there. Waste not, want not. So we'll go ahead and get that cooked down. Chop it down real fine. I was thinking about adding some beef cubes to my chili, but the ones I've seen in the pack didn't look too cool. So I said, oh no, I'm not going to do that today then. So I just add my sage sausage to it. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and add my ground beef to the pot as well. This doesn't take long at all. Break it down. Just pure ground beef. With my sage sausage. So now I'll just go ahead and break that down using my masher. Just go ahead and break it down real good. Cooks evenly. I don't want to break it down too far because we do want chunks in our chili. Okay. Perfect. So now I can go ahead and start adding my seasoning. So here I have some Creole. I'm going to add a tablespoon of Creole. I have onion. I'm going to put some more onion flavor in there. I'm going to add a tablespoon of onion powder. Just add that right on in there. And I'm making my chili nice and spicy. So I have some oregano. I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of oregano. There we go. And I'm going to add my good old Italian parsley. 2 tablespoons of Italian parsley. I love cooking with this. So that came out in a big chunk. So that's enough right there. We just stir that on in there. And don't forget, I wanted to put a garlic clove in. 2 garlic cloves chopped, real fine. But I thought I had some and I didn't when I went to the store. So that's what you would want to add some of that in. Okay, so for this time of year too, I like to add some of my hold up, I'm not prepared today. Find my ginger. Where's my ginger at? You would want to add some ginger. I'll find that and then I'll add that in too as well. So we're going to let this cook. We're going to go ahead and let that cook until it get nice and brown. Cooked finely, cooked done rather. While I find my ginger paste so I can add that in too. So let me find my ginger paste and I'll be back. Okay, now that we want to make sure that our ground beef is cooked thoroughly, you see all that oil in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my ginger paste in. I'm going to add that in there now. That's 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. For this time of weather, I love to use the ginger paste because it adds a lot good. To me, I love the flavor of the ginger paste. I'm going to let that cook down some more to make sure that ground beef is cooked thoroughly through. And while that's doing that, I'm just going to add some parsley here. I'm going to add some good old parsley in it. Just going to add some good old parsley. And I have some jalapeno. I just chopped up a little bit of jalapeno to go inside because I want my chili hot. Some spicy chili. Let that cook down some more. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see, I'm in the way for the color. Look how beautiful that is. I'm going to let that cook for another 5 5-10 minutes. Then I'll drain the oil and I'll be back. Okay, now that I have my ground beef drained, see, I got all the grease out of there, all that fat drained out. What I like to do next is go ahead and add my beans. I add the juice and all. These are the dark red kidney beans. I'm going to add those in first. 1 can. If you want a bigger pot, then you just add 2 cans to your ground beef. You get a larger pack of ground beef, and you just add more beans. Okay, that's because I like my meat flavoring to be in my beans, so I let that cook down. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my black beans. I'm going to add juice and all right on in there. My 3-bean chili. So I just let that cook down in there as well. What you can use too is chili powder. You can add some chili powder to your chili as well. I'm going to have to find my chili powder. Where is that? I know I had some. Okay. So I'm going to add that in as well. Once I place my beans in, I'll add my chili powder. I almost forgot. Okay, so now I'm going to add, this is the Southwestern Zest pinto beans. I'm going to add just 1 can of that too. It has the Southwestern flavor to them, with the green peppers and tomatoes and all. Just going to add that in there too. So that's my 3-bean chili here. So I just let that cook down in so my beans can get all those seasonings cooked in before I add my sauce. Okay? So let me clean my cans and things up and I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and add I bought a pack of McCormick chili mix. I'm just going to add that right on in there. You can either use that or chili powder and add your spices in there. So I just put 1 packet of that in, of McCormick Original Chili. And I'm going to add some paprika. That's 2 tablespoons of paprika as well. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more Italian seasonings. I'm going to add that in there too. Then I'm just going to go ahead and mix that in and get those beans seasoned all up. Get all those flavors in the beans. Let that cook for another 5 minutes together. And then I'll go ahead and add my sauce. Look at that 3-bean chili, guys. Three-bean chili. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add, I got some hot diced tomatoes I'm going to add into the pot as well. Some hot diced tomatoes with green chilies. This is my hot and spicy chili. So I'm just going to mix that in there too and get that seasoned up in there. Ooh. So I have my tomatoes in. That's going to be cooked down and let that season up in there too. Now if you make a bigger pot, you just use 2 packs of your chili seasoning mix. So I'm just going to add one more, I'm going to taste it. I'm going to give this bad boy a taste. Give it a taste to see where my seasoning is at. Let me get the juice and just see where my seasoning is at. That way I know what I need. It's not too hot. Delicious. Don't need too much of anything. But I'm just going to add 1 more tablespoon of my Creole seasoning. Delicious, guys. Okay. I'm going to mix that in. Beautiful flavors in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and add 1 can of tomato paste. Tomato paste. I'm just going to add 1 can in there. Looking good already. And I'll go ahead and I'll mix that in there. Just get it mixed up in there real good before I add my sauce. But I used Prego. I used the Prego with mushroom. I could have got the ones with the onion, but I got the one with mushroom. So you just mix that in there real good. That tomato paste. See how thickened up that got? Just by adding that there. Ooh, nice pot of 3-bean chili. Okay, let me open up my sauce. I can go ahead and add. I think I'm just going to need a half a jar. This is 13 ounces, and I'm only going to use half of it. And here we have it. We mix it together, and we got our chili. Just let that cook down and get that seasoning all up in my sauce. I'll place my lid. Let that cook down. And then my chili is done. I didn't make any cornbread because I make cornbread and I'm really, trying to slim down on all the bread and things. So, and by just being me, but I'm going to go ahead. My grandson's coming over. He's asked me about some cornbread. I said, no, I didn't make any cornbread this time. Thought about it, but I didn't want to waste it. So we have our chili. We let that cook down so those flavors can cook down into my sauce. And my chili is done. Yes. Let me wash my hands and I get ready to make my nice bowl. See how that's cooking up real good? Nice pot of chili. So I'm going to put the lid on there, let that cook for another 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes so those flavors and seasonings can get up into those beans and that sauce. And then my chili is done and I'll be back. Okay guys, my 3-bean chili is done. Nice pot of gorgeous, delicious 3-bean chili. I'm just going to mix that in there real good. And I'm just going to go ahead and add it into my bowl. Ooh, delicious 3-bean chili, guys. Delicious. So now for my topping, I'm going to go ahead and add some sharp cheddar. Can you see that? Let me put that up. I'm going to add some good old cheddar cheese right on top of there. And because I like mine spicy, I'm just going to go ahead and add some parsley on top of there as well. And I have my jalapenos I'm going to add there. And I'm going to top this bad boy off with some sour cream. Yes. Can't beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more of that cheese around there. Yes, there we have it. In the kitchen with Chef Carol, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. 3-bean chili. And I'm going to enjoy my meal today. A delicious meal for the weather. God bless you. And stay tuned. Don't forget to push that thumbs up button for my 3-bean chili. Here we go. Thank you for watching. God bless you.